Good evening, and welcome to Cleveland Browns Daily. I am Nathan Segura.
Oh my God!
I am Nathan Segura alongside Andrew Siciliano, the play-by-play voice of your Cleveland Browns. Senior Swag making his flyby early today, right as we kick things off, running a business in a beautiful Navy suit today.
Some big
That
heels
is
on those
fantastic.
shoes.
Yes, lifts. Those are called power lifts.
He does not need lifts.
That's what they're called.
I may need lifts.
It is dark outside, not just daylight savings. We don't know what's going on. I'm surrounded by illness, I'm told.
Oh my
Those
God.
are two fine-looking gentlemen up there. What's up, dude? Welcome to Cleveland.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Were you? Time.
I feel like you were brought here because you were expecting big trade day action, and instead you got Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, and we were lamenting the fact we haven't called a
Feel like I hardly knew you.
Yeah. My man Dom, let's go.
No more than 7
go.
snaps in any game this year. Defensive snaps in any game this year. I did think we might be doing a trade deadline. Well, hey, with the new hours on the show, you guys had the trade deadline right in the middle.
We were
of
live.
Your show.
We were live. We were live.
I was listening.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You guys did a
for
great
us,
job.
not a whole lot. Now, our opponent this week, the Jets, quite busy trading away their two best defensive players.
Gibbe, by the way, when Gibbe said I'm checking Twitter and I'm making sure that I'm not
Nothing's
falling
going on.
for any hacked accounts, I was considering setting up like one of those fake accounts and trying to fool Gibbe.
Oh,
Doesn't
man.
happen. Because
I don't do that.
all it takes
I don't
is
do
being
that.
burned once.
Yeah.
And I think all of us maybe all of us have been burned once.
We all
right
have.
before.
Well, Ian Rappaport yesterday after he did the Sauce Gardner trade, I think he might have been the first to have it. He actually had to do another tweet like 2 minutes later going, like, I'm not hacked. This is real. Because nobody wanted to believe it. Even Denzel Ward today said he was absolutely shocked. But, hey, it's the NFL.
Floored.
How about the fact that they traded a guy who's in concussion protocol? Can you remember the last time that's happened?
Does he remember it?
I mean, that's not funny, but I don't.
You made that joke earlier.
Okay,
I brought it back.
I said
Not
it off
on the air.
I brought it back.
I understand.
I thought you would like. Listen, this is what happens when you do a show after happy hour.
There is, like, I mean, is there any code for that? Like, you have to go to the player.
I would imagine he
I
has to
mean-
be. I would imagine he has to be progressing in the concussion protocol. Their doctors, I would imagine, would have to be like, there's got to be something.
But
Can you trade a guy who's on IR?
What if he had a no trade clause? Can somebody, which he did not.
No,
but
right.
Can somebody in concussion protocol grant
I would say no.
a I'm out of here in a no trade clause?
I would say no.
I would say no as well. But he
Now,
didn't have it, so it doesn't
They
matter.
could have had something where it says, in the event that I am in concussion protocol, I signed this well before I'm all of my faculties. I'm saying yes.
These are all silly hypotheticals. That's not
Yeah.
the case. He got traded. He may or
did.
may not play. And if he's able to go to Berlin, then Sauce Gardner will go to Berlin, and he'll do what Greg Newsome did, which is 2 games overseas, but he gets 2 countries, as opposed to Newsome getting back.
This was in the same hotel.
Greg had to go back to the same hotel. He said he did not have the same room, but he went back to the same hotel, which by the
is
way,
lovely.
Was a fantastic hotel, great food.
Cotswolds. Oh yeah, great food.
Amazing food.
Yeah, the food was the best road trip food we've ever had from a hotel
Yeah,
standpoint.
and you, me, and Hoff got a great meal as well in the city, even though I took you to the wrong restaurant.
But did you?
I didn't, but I did. It was
Right.
the restaurant we intended to go to. I made a reservation at a different restaurant, showed up at the restaurant that we intended to go to,
Yes.
and said, what do you mean you don't have a reservation?
And they accommodated.
They accommodated us.
So I was watching that Knives Out show, and I don't even know if that's right. Knife Edge, maybe. About the
Knife.
Michelin stars, and I was thinking one of the things, we have one of your best meals. I'd put that up there and was one of the best meals. That's recency bias.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
It's one of the best meals I've ever had.
It was great.
I ate pigeon,
Yeah.
and I liked it.
You had never had pigeon before.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, I know that pigeons and doves aren't the same. They look kind of similar. Doves are white, but
Have I had a dove?
When I heard "When Doves Cry" as a
Have
young
you
man,
eaten-
I
have
would
you
never
eaten
eat a
a
dove.
dove?
No, I don't.
Okay,
want
but
to
a pigeon's
cry.
okay.
Apparently,
Even though pigeons are basically flying rats.
Yeah, well, I had one with a nice balsamic glaze and a little bit of that. That was like a nice,
Like prosciutto or something on top?
yeah, but I was a guanciale,
yes.
a thinly sliced. Yeah, it was.
There you go.
It was delightful. All right, real quickly, practice wrapping up shortly for the Browns. Injury update: Shedeur Sanders back at practice today, but limited because of a back. To be determined if he'll be the number 2 quarterback on Sunday in New York. Certainly hope he's back. Did not practice today. Isaiah Bond, he's dealing with a foot injury. Cam Robinson, illness. Carson Schlesinger, ankle. Now, the good news is Cedric Tillman is back for the Browns at wide receiver. I'd say on one level, the bad news is that his 2 touchdowns through 4 games still stand to be tied for the most receiving touchdowns on this roster. But I think getting him back has to be a good thing for this receiving core that has struggled of late.
That is one way to put it. It should be a good thing. I think it's also the one thing that I know that you and I, over the last month, Ced got hurt in Detroit,
That's
if
right.
memory serves, right? So did not make the trip with us to London week 5, got hurt week 4. In this last month, I think we focused so much on Dylan and Quinshawn and how to get everything going. We have kind of overlooked the fact that Cedric had not been on the field. Now, granted, we have yet to see Cedric, aside from that, month-long run in the middle of the season last year with Jameis really take flight. But clearly, I think it would have helped a young quarterback one way or the other. Would it have magically made this offense better? Would Kevin Stefanski have not handed play-calling duties over to Tommy Rees if Cedric Tillman had been there the last month? I think that's hard to say. I'm not going to go that far.
Okay.
I do think it helps. Look, hey, you yell weapons, weapons, weapons every day.
I do.
And I hear you. He can't. It helps to have him back.
Yes,
period.
Certainly. You look at what he's done. Unfortunately, we haven't seen him much because he missed the final 6 games. But if you look at those games before he got injured there, he was one of the most productive receivers in the league. And then through 4 games, for us, really 3.5, the 2 touchdowns were certainly as productive as anybody that we had. You brought up Tommy Rees. We've talked about it, but we haven't got to talk about it in this medium. What do you make of that decision to make Tommy Rees the play caller for the Cleveland Browns? And what, if anything, do you expect to see that would be different?
I'll be honest, I don't know what to make of it. It's I don't know that I saw it coming.
Same.
Used to have a conversation with Brian Billick all the time, the old Ravens head coach, won a Super Bowl, obviously was an offensive coordinator before he was a head coach. He was the OC with those great Vikings offenses, Randy Moss, et cetera, in Minnesota. Randy Moss. He always made the point that once you give up play calling, you do not get it back. Well, Kevin got it back. Gave it up last year, got it back. I don't know. Can you give it up twice and get it back? I don't know. That, to me, is the question.
I don't know.
Look, that is a long-term question, not a short-term question.
Sure.
Short-term is what does Tommy Rees do differently? It's the same playbook. It's not as if all of a sudden you're writing 25 new pages of the playbook this week. Maybe 1 new page, maybe 2, but not 25 new pages. It's about sequencing, certainly.
Sure.
Setting things up and paying them off later like any good OC would do. I'm curious to see how it works. I'm excited to see how it works because a new set of eyes on anything is good.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. I don't know what to expect, to be honest with you. Jerry Jeudy was asked, is it going to be different? He said, we'll see Sunday.
Yeah. And what's different about last year is that this year, at least you'll have for 1 game and perhaps more with Dylan Gabriel, you'll have the same quarterback. Like when Kevin gave up the play calling last year, it was coming out of Cincinnati, in which that game Deshaun Watson got hurt, DTR came in, and then the next game was Jameis and Ken Dorsey. So it was 2 variables, significant variables change. In this one, it's 1 significant variable changing.
Right. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like. Tommy, let's back up and say this about Tommy. Tommy is a very well-respected guy who could have had a number of jobs. Tommy's name has already been thrown out there early in the year about, hey, there's a head coaching job out there. You should keep an eye on it.
Sure.
His name has been in that conversation, maybe not publicly, maybe not printed, but, those are things people talk about. Tommy's not some bum where they're just saying, hey, you try. So I am curious and mildly excited to see what he could do. But Wyatt talked this week and even last week about, hey, a lot of times things are drawn up great, but one guy misses a block. You and I have talked about this on Sundays all the time.
That's the story of our tape this year.
It's the story. Hey, here's a quick bubble, but one guy missed a block. Here's an outside zone, but one guy missed a block. Here's a rollout and a shot play where you keep a tight end in, but one guy missed a block. Doesn't matter if Tommy's calling plays if you get one guy missing a block every time.
Yep.
Because all it takes is that one and the play is dead.
Yep.
You can't have that. So if him calling plays somehow gets everyone assignment sound, then fine, let's do it. But that's the thing I need over the bye week is that everyone comes back. And I'm sorry, we just came from New England to the whole do your job thing. But you need to be assignment sound. Let's put it that way.
Yes. Gerard always says assignment and alignment. Those are the basic things that have to be right for a team to be able to get it done. All right. Trade deadline. We mentioned just kind of a little bit about the Jets. They traded both Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, two of the best players on their defense, which is good for us, good for our offense, hopefully, on Sunday. What did you make overall of the trade deadline? What were kind of your takeaways? What were the trends? And did it live up to what it felt like it was kind of billed to be more than it was, for my opinion?
I think we build it up every year. I think the idea that the Jets traded those two guys is absurd. It's not. It makes sense. You got 3 number ones coming back, and you guys are going nowhere. Tear it down. I am all for what they did, but I think it's the very first time in what the league calls the common draft era in which a team acquired multiple number ones in multiple deals in the same season. Like, what they did, no one's done.
Yep.
So hats off to them. And the idea that they have 5 number ones and 3 number twos in a 12-month period, a 13-month period, is bonkers. But you got to turn those guys into players. Like, are they going to draft Sauce Gardner again? He's a really good player.
Yeah, first-team All-Pro.
Are they going to draft Quinnen Williams again? He's a really good player. I'm all for resetting the contract clock. But the Dolphins had 5 number ones between 20 and 21. Where'd they go? They scored 70 points in a game against the Broncos in September once. Yay, fun, but what have they done? They go to the playoffs, they lose, it's cold. Their offense can never do it in January. Their defense has never been there.
Yep.
They just traded Jalen Phillips for a 3. I mean, the Jets, to me, made the deadline exciting. Other than that, really, there wasn't that much excitement. I think the Rashid Shaheed trade to Seattle.
Solid trade.
It's a good value for them.
Yep.
What was the other one?
Obviously, the Cowboys on the other side of this.
I don't get the Cowboys thing. Do you?
I
Quinnen
think
Williams
losing
is
to
a really good
Arizona,
player.
to me, would have changed it a little bit, but it certainly did not.
And you got to pay Quinn in the next 2 years and
Yep.
likely give him another contract. So you trade Micah for 2 ones and Kenny Clark. Then you trade a 1 for Quinnen. So you basically trade Micah for Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams, and a 1?
Yeah. Which I think they feel pretty good about.
Okay. You're not making the playoffs today with or without him?
Does not feel that way.
So you're doing this now for a guy who next season, when you hope to make the playoffs, is going to be 28 and that much more expensive and that much more. I don't know. He's a really good player. I'm happy for him that he wanted out. He got out.
Yep.
But I don't know. When you trade Micah, I would use those picks for younger, cheaper star potential players. And again, like the Jets, you have to go out there and actually draft them. But that one didn't make sense to me.
So from the Dallas standpoint, again, losing that game to Arizona, I think changes their whole kind of trajectory.
But does
I understand they're good on offense. I think
Changes
they maybe
their
had a
trajectory,
chance.
but does it change their attitude behind the scenes?
Clearly not.
Clearly not.
Clearly not.
No.
Now, this may have been all worked out before that game
But
anyway.
it doesn't matter. You could always
Sure.
say we changed our mind. Just because you went in front of the cameras and say, I got a trade going. Who cares? Maybe the trade was Logan Wilson.
Yep. Now, one thing that I think is interesting in all of this is, and he's coming off of his worst game and what has otherwise been a brilliant season, is that when you give up 2 ones in the manner in which Indianapolis did for Sauce Gardner, that to me says that they're going to sign Daniel Jones to a long-term deal. And
They have to. Yeah,
he's their
absolutely
quarterback.
have to.
Yeah,
It gives him leverage, too.
of course it does.
But what if the second half of the season, and the schedule does get tough now for the Cardinals, I'm sorry, for the Colts.
Yep.
What if the second half of the season, they're not that good, and they're no longer the 1 seed? Instead, they're the 5 seed, and they go on the road, and they lose in the opening round. Daniel Jones, I assume, still plays well, but he's got to have a little bit of a drop-off. We saw it last week.
Yeah, 5
There's no way he's
turnovers.
going to be that same guy every week.
Yep.
Well, now you don't have a number 1. Like, what if there's a Sam Darnold thing with Daniel Jones? Sam Darnold was the guy for 16 weeks. Week 17, the Lions blitzed the you-know-what out of him, and he was awful. And then in the wild card round in Arizona, the Rams sacked him 9 times, and he was awful. And they said, you know what, we got JJ. We better see what we have. We're out. We're not going to bring him back. What if Daniel Jones 2025 takes a Sam Darnold 2024 arc. Now you don't have two number ones. If you could get two number ones for Ahmad Gardner, and who was it? Somebody this morning made the point. If his name is Ahmad Gardner, do you get two? Is he viewed the same way?
Well, I think he went by
If,
Sauce
if
for
he's
a
just
reason.
Ahmad.
Yeah. It's a great Ahmad Rashad, Ahmad Bradshaw.
Yes, no, definitely. Yeah, but think about it. Anyway, I digress. If you all of a sudden run into a Sam Darnold situation, you no longer have the two picks. What's Miles worth if Ahmad Sauce Gardner gets two number ones?
Well, the most it can be is 3.
Okay. You could throw in other things.
Sure.
You,
supposedly
the most you could trade is three ones, yes, in consecutive years. Correct.
Supposedly, that is.
I'm not advocating trading Miles. I'm just saying
No.
play that game because it was my first reaction
Well, supposedly there's rumors that that's what the Eagles offered.
in the spring, last year.
Was that last year?
Or are you
I
talking
thought-
in the
no,
last
yeah.
week?
Yeah, there was.
No, I didn't know.
Who knows if
Whatever.
right, but that Howie Roseman was willing to.
Are you
offer 3
following
ones.
ML football again on
No,
Twitter?
no.
Block that
no.
guy, clown.
I love when you get fired up. It's literally
No,
one
but
of
in
my
all
favorites.
seriousness, I love him. I love Sauce Gardner.
Sure.
He's a good dude. He's a good player.
Yep.
He's not a pick magnet. He's the guy
No.
you don't throw to so he doesn't get the picks.
Yeah.
Totally get that part
Yep.
of it. It's how the game is played.
Yep.
I don't know that I would have given up two number ones for him.
Yep.
Would you?
No, I would not have because he's not a weapon.
Okay. Would you have given up two number ones from Micah?
Depending on what if I was the Green Bay Packers,
Sure.
I would have rather. You had Rashawn Gary. I think you had a decent enough line. I would have rather gotten a real receiver for.
I love you.
Jordan Love.
I understand the fact that you only like offensive football.
That's right.
You should have called game. You and I would have been great together in the Arena Football League 20 years ago.
We'd have a blast.
We would have had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just think the stats bear it out too. If
I totally
you're a
understand that
top 7
part of
scoring
it.
team in your conference, you have about a 90% chance of making the playoff. If you're a top 7 defensive team in your conference, you have about a 55% chance.
I understand that part of it. We have this whole conversation throughout the entire
We
offseason.
did.
Is Ahmad Gardner, Sauce Gardner, in the same conversation as Micah Parsons,
No.
Myles Garrett,
No.
those kind of defensive players?
No.
I don't
No,
think he
I
is
don't think
either.
so.
But he is still a very good player. Remember, the Jets fleeced the Seahawks out of two number ones
For Jamal Adams.
for basically linebacker Jamal Adams.
Yep.
Yeah, technically a safety.
Yeah.
So they've done this twice. I think Sauce makes the Colts a lot better, but
They're all in. They're
Championship better. Good for them. Whatever.
There is going to be so much pressure on Daniel Jones in the playoffs.
Would it surprise you if not the pick in 26, but the pick in 27 turns out to be in the top 10?
It would be mildly surprising.
Okay.
Because I think they're pretty. I like their setup. I think they're solid.
In the top
and their
15.
division is not so great right now.
When you trade with the Eagles and someone says, hey, the Eagles want to give you two number ones, you're
Yeah,
like,
you're
all
thinking
right,
they're gonna
great.
be in the
They're like 30 and 31. Thanks.
Yeah.
What's that worth?
Yeah. I think for the Colts, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't like floor me. It would be mild surprise. Like if I was making that deal in my mind, I'm saying, okay, we're probably picking in 26. We're picking in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
In 27, I bookmark 16, 17.
It's just crazy how one game can make a difference or one play can make a difference. Go back to the Jaguars, right? Obviously, we're keeping an eye on what the Jaguars do. Go to the game against the Raiders this past Sunday. It's in overtime. If Devon Hamilton doesn't jump up and knock that ball down,
They lose.
They lose. Do they make the Jacoby Myers trade at that point? Do they give up a 4 and a 6 for Jacoby Myers at that point?
Feels like that trade may have already been done.
It might have already been done. And
Yeah.
Mike Silver
was all
writing
over
for
it.
The Athletic, was all over.
Yeah.
Bottom of his article said that he and Trent
He and
Tony
Baselli.
Baselli were talking afterwards in the tunnel. But think about it. Like, the Jaguars are in a much different position.
They're in the playoffs.
They're right now the 7 seed. They
Yeah.
lose that game. They're 4-4. Everything feels different there. Of
course.
You know who has the third worst passer rating in the NFL?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. Now, Jacksonville leads the NFL in drops. Okay, but that's only one
They also,
small-
at the beginning of the year, I don't know if it's still
part of
true,
it.
but early in the season, they led the league in takeaways.
They did. Third worst passer
Yeah.
rating in the NFL. The worst is Cam Ward.
Yep.
The second worst, sorry to report, is Dylan Gabriel.
Yep.
And the third worst is former first overall pick Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
Other than that, everything's good in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Where were we? We were talking about a great many things in the National Football League and the trade deadline, and we got to Indianapolis with Daniel Jones. That's where we were. That's where we originally. That's how we got there. When you see that our team at 2-6 did not make a move with any of our expiring contracts, which is an NBA term, but nonetheless it makes sense here as well. You were surprised? What's the message there that we want to keep everything together to evaluate Gabriel and Shador?
I think that's part of the message. I think that can be inferred. I also wonder what was offered.
Yep.
Would you give up David Njoku for a 5-6 pick swap? No, I'd want more than that. To me, it's not worth it. I don't need another 6th round pick. I just don't. I don't need another flyer on a special teams linebacker.
Sure.
No.
You want a guy that hopefully is a guy of consequence.
If, let's say, Wyatt Teller, for example, who is happy to be back, and I'm happy that he is back.
Yep.
If you got a 3rd, if you got a 4th, that's worth listening to. I would love to know what the offers, if there were truly offers, were. I'm kind of surprised Jerome Ford is still here. Again, always saying, as much as I like the guy, there are teams that need running backs, Arizona, Kansas City, wherever. I'm kind of surprised. But for I would say your key 3 guys, the
2 guards.
The 2 guards and David Njoku, I wouldn't do it for just a late round pick swap.
No.
I would want something substantial. To me, it's worth having Joel here more than it is getting a late round pick.
The only reason you do that with Joel is to
worth it.
say, if he said, "Hey,
If he won sets.
I'm retiring, please let me play for a contender,"
and I would do him that solid.
Yeah.
It would be painful, but
yeah.
you do him that solid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I would say clearly that did not come to fruition. And David Njoku, are we going to play that, Gibbe? David Njoku's presser today? He's not leaving.
David Njoku's presser is.
You can be on the
I was
beat
standing
button
right there.
There's a lot of bleeping.
There's
You
a
can't-
lot
you
of
can't
bleeping.
bleep. You can bleep.
He
I do have
basically
a clip from it with some bleeps in it, though, guys. If
Okay.
you would like it.
He basically
Pre-bleeped?
kept doing
Yeah,
Wolf
let's
of
do
Wall
it.
Street saying, I'm
Let's
not
do
leaving.
it. That's
I
us
put it
pointing
together.
at him.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
He's not leaving.
And then at
Some
one point he
emphasis.
said to Petrak,
yeah.
like, oh my God, if you ask me one more time.
Yeah. If you're happy, right. Are you happy to be? Yeah. He's like, don't do that. And Pedrak's like, I'm not. That's not what I'm asking you. So it's all good.
It was classic David.
It was.
Very impromptu.
It was very good. All right. You know what's a lot of fun? Las Vegas. The Browns are heading to Las Vegas in a few weeks. You can be a part of the action through the Browns Takeovers powered by True Fan Travel. Head to browns.com/takeovers to book today and receive a 3-night hotel stay, opportunity to hang with Browns alumni Christian Kirksey and Kevin Mack, a ticket to the game, and an all-inclusive pregame tailgate. Visit browns.com/takeovers to learn more. Let's take over Vegas in 2025. That's soon, by the way. That's coming up soon.
That was such a seamless transition, by the way.
Well, Big T transition, Big B broadcaster. That's what we do here. We've had all day to prepare for this show. It should be seamless. When we come back, we're going to meet the Jets. Cleveland Browns Daily, presented by Ballybet, an official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly. Do we really?
We have breaking news.
Are we on now?
Are we on? Yeah, you're
Is
on.
this thing
You're
on?
buddy. Talk. That
Let's
thing's
go,
on.
baby. Welcome back to Cleveland Browns Daily, presented by Ballybet, an official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly. Breaking news here, according to Mr. Siciliano.
Kyler Murray's going on IR. See you in a month.
I don't think he's hurt.
I think he's hurt. No, he definitely has a foot injury. I've talked to people there. He definitely has a foot injury. Whether or not he could come back and play right now is another conversation, but they didn't trip him and push him down the steps. And
No, he had an injury.
Yes.
I think he's recovered from that injury, and I think this is...
What, just because he looked limber on the sideline?
Yeah, just like
Okay.
when J.J. McCarthy was too hurt to play and Justin Jefferson came at him and almost took him out, and he hopped over him with no problem and then started dancing.
Okay, but...
I said, I don't think he's hurt.
Part of that was why he didn't play in L.A. is because he hadn't practiced, and it was a short week. And when you're the road team, you know this. When you're the road team, you don't practice before a TNF game.
True.
You do a glorified walkthrough. You say
That's
goodbye
right.
to your kids, and you get back on the plane.
That's right. But he wasn't even – was he even the backup that game?
JJ?
Yeah.
He was the
Emergency
emergency
third.
3 that day. My 10-year-old, 11-year-old nephew's blowing up my phone. I thought he's hurt. I thought he's not playing. I'm like, dude, he's the emergency 3.
Yeah.
Let me explain. And remember, JJ, week 2, he only played those 2 games. Week 1, they won, national TV. Then he laid an egg against Atlanta the next week. He had a child that week. He and his partner had a child that week. And he had not practiced the entire week. So Kevin KOC was like, I'm not going to play him in L.A. with no practice this week.
He could have been the backup.
Whatever.
You're talking about – who's the name of the Brosmer?
Max Brosmer, yes, who took a knee to end our game, end the second quarter of our game.
Yes,
in
before
London.
one-armed Carson Wentz
Yes.
did the unthinkable.
I have nightmares.
Did
about
Herb Street
one-armed
ever
Carson
apologize?
Wentz.
Herb Street was killing
He was
him.
crushing him.
The guy who didn't have an arm.
He didn't have an arm.
I think he should apologize. That's just me. All right, it is time. Well, before we do this, it's time to acknowledge something very special. And that is that last weekend, Andrew Siciliano inducted into the Hall of Fame. We have a Hoff in our midst.
Oh, jeez.
Now I have a bone to pick with you about
What?
this. You did not bring up the orange jacket.
So it was my student radio station Hall of Fame. This isn't like
Go ahead and say, can we have some of the names that are in this Hall of Fame?
it's a very nice list. And I'm flattered to be included. Mm-hmm. Okay?
It's a veritable who's who.
It's a
Mr.
veritable
Siciliano.
who's he as well. There's some
Yes.
people on that wall that you're like, who the heck is that guy? But that's not important right now. I was flattered. I did not get an orange jacket. I did get like a lovely trophy, a paperweight kind of thing.
I just think it needs to be suggested.
Okay.
How cool would it be if, like, when you guys all got
great.
together, you had an orange jacket with, like, the
I
S
mean,
on it and the call letters?
Joining the likes of Greg Papa.
Yep.
It's Costas, Tirico, Marv Albert, Dick Stockton.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Ted Koppel?
Ted Koppel.
Iron
Ted
Eagle?
Koppel. Iron Eagle.
The
Sean
Birdman.
McDonough was buying drinks and he wasn't even there?
Well, one of my buddies texted Sean saying, hey, we're at the varsity. Sean's like, hey, sorry, I can't make it. He said, we're at varsity right now, big restaurant right off campus on M Street. And he's, all right, well, like, I'll buy a pitcher. I think my buddy sent Sean a bigger bill, and Sean went on the halftime of the basketball game Monday night and basically said, I got the bill, I got the Venmo, that was not a pitcher. That was more than a pitcher.
That's good.
It was good.
That's good.
It was an amazing weekend. It was a great way to spend
and
it by. It was like a reunion weekend. Saw some old friends I've not seen in 20 years. Fantastic.
I think you know that you've really made it when they schedule the induction around your bye week.
Okay, so it was me and Papa going in, and my buddy Sagar. And the reason we did it this weekend is because A, the Browns are off, and B, obviously, for those that don't know, Papa's the voice of the Niners.
How's he doing, by the way?
He's okay. He appeared via Zoom. He's fighting.
Okay.
He's waiting for a bone marrow transplant from his sister. The Niners were in the Meadowlands last week to play the Giants, and so the way they mapped it out was, I'm off. Papa's going to be in New York anyway, East Coast. This is what we're going to do. Unfortunately, Papa obviously could not be there.
But it was nice, nonetheless.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
I'm flattered. I'm touched.
Yes.
I'm moved. I'm honored.
All right. Well, we are honored to be back playing football this Sunday in New Jersey against the Jets. And it is time now to meet the Jets, presented by Vivid Seats, an official fan experience partner of the Cleveland Browns. And for that, we turn to Dr. S.
Oh, me? I'm doing it? I was going to yell Dr. Z. Oh, you want me to meet the Jets?
All right, no, I'll give you a little bit. And then, hold on, I'm going to give you a little bit.
All day to figure this
All right,
out. Joe.
1-7 on the
All
season.
day.
They're coming off their only win
Where's
of
the
the
music?
year. Yeah, give me some traveling music here. 1-7, fourth in the AFC East. Their one win coming over the Cincinnati Bengals. Now they were on their bye last week as well. Aaron Glenn is the head coach, 1-7, first year as head coach. Previously was the DC in Detroit. Previously a DB coach here with the Cleveland Browns. The series record: Browns lead 16-14 all time, including the postseason. Last meeting, the Browns won 37-20 in Cleveland on December 28, 2023.
What a glorious night that was.
Oh yes, you and I and the Hoff. Hanging late, smoking cigars,
after
victory
the game.
cigars.
Glorious.
Yeah, that was glorious.
Listen to you and Jim in the stands.
The city was a buzz. Yes. Their last game, as I mentioned before, they beat the Bengals 39-38. They were on a bye last week. League rankings: offense 25th overall, number 3 rushing offense, thanks to Breece Hall and Justin Fields. 32nd passing offense. Defense 20th overall. People saying they just tore down like the 5th ranked defense in the league. Mistaken. Defense 20th overall, 26 rushing, 11th passing. Turnover differential -9, worst in the NFL, despite the fact that Justin Fields has not thrown an interception.
He has not thrown a pick, and last week, or 2 weeks ago, because it was before the bye, he played a game in which they racked up 500 yards of offense.
That's right.
And he did not get hit.
Didn't get hit.
Say that again.
Did not get hit.
Justin Fields did not get hit. You want to talk about how bad the Bengals were last week in blowing that game? The week before, they did not hit Justin Fields at any point in the entire game.
Yeah, without Trey Hendrickson, they've got nothing. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks in his last game. So,
And wasn't the player of the week.
here's what's crazy about them, though. Against the AFC North, they are averaging 35.5 points per game.
Is that good?
Yeah, that is good. So they have 71 points in 2 games against the AFC North. Against the rest of the league, let's see, 37, 58, 70, 87 points in their other 6 games. They have 71 in 2 games against the AFC North and 87 in the other 6 games. They've also given up, 36 points a game to the AFC North. So this should be an offensive bonanza for Tommy Reese and the Cleveland Browns.
I'll throw a curveball at you. Everyone assumes it's going to be Justin Fields. He played well last week. It's got to be Justin
How
Fields.
could it not? He
right?
won. B. Lynch.
Right.
We love B. Lynch.
But remember, going into the week, the owner flat out said, I don't want him playing anymore.
Why? It's the that is
Because he said it.
it's absurd.
He said it.
I know he did. It's absurd.
And then
Justin
yesterday,
Fields was crying in his closet, very vulnerable.
I understand
I have
that.
a lot of I have a lot of
I love the
love
guy.
for him and respect
Yes.
for him.
And then Aaron Glenn came out Monday or Tuesday. I'm losing track of days. Monday.
Yeah.
And wouldn't tell you the quarterback is going to be stopped playing games. What if it actually is Tyrod? And I don't think it is. I think it's Justin Fields.
What's the point?
There is no point. There is no point. But if you're trading away all your key pieces.
Not on offense though. Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson not available.
Okay, well, I'm not going to trade Garrett Wilson. Breece Hall I would have traded if I were them. Either pay him or you don't.
That's because
If
you
not,
and I
then-
both have some Isaiah Davis stock.
I do have Isaiah Davis stock on my fantasy team, which no one cares about, by the way.
Well,
Nobody cares about your fantasy team. Like water cooler talk. Oh, man. If I only got that one more reception in the
G-Man.
fourth quarter.
young Gabriel, you care, right? About how the
I
Sunni
love
snakes
it.
are doing.
He doesn't look at me because he knows what my answer is.
This is great having Gabriel.
All
I
18
love-
so much more
fantasy
fun.
teams
I
to
love
do it.
fantasy football. But you're a golfer, so maybe this is the wrong thing to talk about. But like on Monday morning,
Oh,
oh
boy.
man,
Oh, now you're gonna besmirch
if
the
I
round
had
ball.
too much club, if they hadn't reversed that call at the end of that meaningless Monday night game.
Siciliano, you had me until you brought up the
All
goal.
right, I'm sorry. I digress. I also have stock in Isaiah Davis because I thought Breece Hall was going to get traded.
I know we would have liked that.
Maybe the owner tells him to play Tyrod or Tyrod. I've heard it both ways.
Fine.
Yes.
Good. Listen, the Browns are 2-0 against Justin Fields.
Yeah.
They've sacked him 12 times in 2 games, 9 of them in his first start when he was a member of the Chicago Bears. Both those games actually with the Bears.
Tyrod, one of the nicest guys of all time.
Torad,
Love him.
great guy.
Love him.
Great guy. He's thrown 3 picks, by the way. Justin Fields, 0.
I'd rather play Tyrod, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
1,000%. Okay, it's going to be Justin.
1,000,000%.
Okay.
Fields, by the way, this year, 64% completion. Not a lot of yards, 1,089. 5 touchdowns, no picks. He has run effectively, as he always does, 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. Let's not forget that he had that 1,000-yard rushing season a few years ago there. His numbers are so much better than I think people give him credit for, and all he's really done, I mean, he hasn't won here. He certainly won in Pittsburgh last year, but there are a lot of reasons why they're not winning with the Jets so far this year. But, yeah, I'll take Tyrod Taylor. That'd be just fine with me.
Justin Fields holds the ball for an hour.
He does.
All right?
And he didn't get touched.
He didn't get touched because the Bengals can't get there. The Bengals have no pass rush whatsoever. The Browns can get there, and that's how this game is certainly different than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Breece Hall, he's their leading rusher, 581 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging a robust 5 yards a carry. Not as good as Isaiah Davis, 6.4 yards a carry. Just saying. Garrett Wilson has not played in 2 games and is still their leading receiver basically in every category. 36 catches, 395 yards, 4 touchdowns. Does not have a 100-yard game. He has 1,000 yards receiving in each of his first 3 seasons in the NFL. Mason Taylor, their second-rounder out of LSU, son of Jason Taylor, he's second on the team with 29 catches, 242 yards. He scored his first touchdown last week. So that's who they are on offense.
From Breece Hall,
From Breece Hall, who also, in addition to what he's done as a runner, is 1 of 1 for 4 yards and a touchdown throwing the football. Defense has been good against the run, but they have not been great against the run. They've been okay. They just really haven't been a great defense at all. 335 yards a game, 27.6 points per game. They don't sack the quarterback, just 11 of those, giving up 135.8 yards per game on the ground. So they have not been very good really in any respect here. Elite against the run. Is that from young Gabriel?
Well, Quinnen is gone now.
Quinnen is gone. Are the Jets elite against the run, young Gabriel?
He says they're third in the league.
Maybe they are. Then maybe they are elite against the run. We'll see. We'll have to check
I
that out.
think we overuse elite.
I do as well. They haven't been a great defense, is the bottom line. Yes, they are. No, they're 26th rushing defense, Gabriel. They're third rushing offense. There we go. There we go. That's okay. We caught it. Listen, good for Quinshawn Judkins. Let's go, Browns.
You know what I'm curious about?
Yep. No.
Okay. What's the crowd like? Because they're a one-win team. They just traded 2 of their biggest name players, one of whom fans have jerseys, right?
Yep.
Sometimes, I mean, there are some Quinnen jerseys out there, but there are a lot of Sauce Gardner jerseys in that
he was
building.
just learning how to play golf.
Correct. And it could be raining, by the way. Pack your gear.
I think it will be raining.
Okay, so it's going to be raining. They have 1 win, and they just traded half the team. So, yeah.
What's the children of luminaries?
What's the crowd like?
I think it's going to be hostile. I know some people who are going from a Browns standpoint.
Okay. Hostile?
Yeah, up against the Jets. I think that they will be vociferous in there. I think Fireman Ed's going to have a tough time getting those chants going.
At least he'll be wearing a hat to protect himself from the rain.
Yeah, smart. Mm-hmm. Like water off a duck's back. You've got to go. You have big, important things to do.
I'm good. Yeah.
Are you good?
I mean,
or do you want to go?
I mean, I think as long as we get him out here in the next couple minutes, we're good.
All right, we'll say this. Defense, I mentioned, not a lot of sacks. Leader is Will McDonald with 3 of them. Their leading tackler, Jamian Sherwood, he has 75 tackles. Jawan Briggs, former Brown, who we sent there, having a heck of a year. 2 sacks. Those are the only 2 sacks of his career. 3 tackles for loss, 4 quarterback hits, and a forced fumble in 6 games. Yeah, Jawan Briggs, very strong guy at Cincinnati. He was very strong at the combine. Big on the bench press. Not Orson Charles big on the bench press, but a very strong player.
Orson Charles.
How about that?
How about that?
Yeah. Spent some time here with the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, very strong at the combine. I think he had set the record for a while. I believe it's been broken.
Can't believe Gibby tweeted from his
burner. What did he do?
Oh, from the clown account, calling me a crud again. You know?
That is the clown is not Gibby.
Oh,
the clown is anti-Gibby.
Okay.
But that's not nice that he would say that.
Welcome. I did like it from the Browns.
Oh, yeah,
right. That
right.
would be the 3D chess if Gibby actually ran that account.
I don't know if he's. I don't know if that's.
I don't know. I liked it from the Browns Daily account, though.
Okay,
you did. I liked it. Unbelievable. All right,
worst. I mean best.
What an absolute treat to have you here. This is the second time we've talked to a Hall of Famer this week alone, folks. CBD, it's where it's at. Change the letters to Hoff Daily.
You're hysterical. I mean that like in a thank you kind of way.
Talked to Joe Thomas from a movie set.
Yeah, what's he doing?
He was apparently apprehending bad guys.
Not eating food late at night that's been sitting out for multiple days.
And he's shooting that in L.A.?
No,
Vegas.
Vegas, that's right.
Vegas, baby. And
And
now
is
he's
he-
on his way to Berlin.
Is he an action hero?
He is an action hero, I believe. I don't know how he's got lines. So he's an action hero. I think that he is Hoff's a man of action. He's not a hurry up and wait, stand around type of a guy. And I think movie making is a lot of
Oh, it's awful.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anything with a camera, you sit around and wait all day.
I don't know that if he's going to be, the next. I think he's got the potential, la potencia, to be the next, Rock or Dave Bautista or John Cena. But I don't know if he will do that.
Do you say Chena?
Yeah, that's how Santino Marella used to say his name. He would mispronounce everybody's names on purpose. Yeah, I did that intentionally.
Okay.
Unlike the promotion for the first big event on the ESPN streaming network, where they absolutely butchered his name.
They did?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They clearly did not watch wrestling. I mean, John Cena is also a movie star. He's also the Peacemaker.
That's how I heard
He's in a
about
big
him.
show.
Yeah.
So
There's this guy that's in movies,
Senna.
and he used to do
yeah,
wrestling.
what did they say? Senna.
Senna.
Senna. They called him John
John
Senna.
Senna.
Like Ayrton Senna, the,
yeah, like
the
Ayrton
race car
Senna,
driver?
former Formula One. Yeah, that was brutal.
Is Hoff like a
Was it Levy? Was it Steve Levy?
I don't.
No, it was
No.
Fowler?
the guy that Fowler.
Fowler.
That's amazing.
Fowler. Yeah. He's like,
That-
there's a big show. It's John Senna. Like, ooh.
I had one of those on NFL Network during a bowl game a couple of years ago. We were doing the one of the college all-star games, and we were teasing the halftime show or some kind of Super Bowl week entertainment.
Yep.
And I tried, and I don't remember what it was. I could Google it. I tried to say the name of whatever the act was, and I got it horribly wrong. And Maurice Jones-Drew just lost his mind laughing on the air. And I have no idea what it was. I'm like, how on earth do you say that?
Well, then that means that you and Chris Rose have both made Maurice Jones-Drew laugh
Oh, no,
uncontrollably
Chris's
on the
was
air.
better. Chris's was much because you're in the booth. It's not on camera. You just heard him. He kind of like turned.
Okay,
aside,
yeah. No, that
laughing.
was on camera.
Chris's was on cam.
Yeah, that's all time.
That's one of them in the Museum of Radio and TV.
Absolutely. I would like, well, you're going to be in the museum because you are a Hoff, and now we bid you adieu.
Good night now.
Good night now, Dr. S. All right, when we come back, we're going to hear from Kevin Stefanski at the podium earlier today. I don't know. It is dark skies. There is a lot of wind, it appears. Things are going on. We'll get Gibbe, our local resident weather expert, on that. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily, presented by Ballybet, an official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly. Things have changed. I'm now sitting where Siciliano was sitting.
Means you're going to get sick.
Did you switch the mics?
Nope. No place you'd rather be.
From the podium, presented by Vivid Seats, purchase your official fan experience package for today for the ultimate game day. Here's Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski from his availability earlier today.
Okay, back
Goes down.
Wednesday. Great opportunity in front of us. Road game, AFC opponent. Looking forward to the challenge. Obviously, they're coming off a bye just like us. They're coming off a big win a couple weeks ago. So our focus is to play our best on the road and find a way to get a victory. That's our challenge. We're trying to learn from some of the things we spent time with over the bye on offense, defense, and special teams and apply some of those learnings starting this week. But with that, I'll take any questions.
With the big trades that the Jets made yesterday, losing some big pieces on defense, how much does that change the offensive game plan for you guys?
Yeah, it doesn't change. I mean, they got good players. I have a ton of respect for Steve Wilkes, for Aaron Glenn. They do a very good job of trying to keep you off balance in the things they do from a front and coverage standpoint. So they have a bunch of good players. We have to play our best.
Shador is going to be practicing today. Will he be back as your QB2 this week?
Yeah, he'll be limited today, Mary Kay, so need to see how he responds. Obviously, he's pushing very hard in rehab, but need to see how he does over the next couple of days.
Glenn didn't announce the other day who's going to play quarterback for him. What does that do to you guys if you have to prepare for two different guys?
Yeah, obviously two different players, but they're both good in their own right. I mean, Justin Fields is extremely dangerous. Very, very, very fast. They do a great job in the run game. He's a threat to make all the throws with his arm strength in the pass game, and then he can tuck it and run, as you've seen throughout this season. He's made some huge plays with his legs. Obviously, Tyrod's a veteran that knows what to do with the football, very accurate, good athlete, can make you miss, obviously, as he moves outside the pocket, but a veteran that really operates well. So, we have to be prepared for both guys.
How do you think the bye regenerated your guys for this last half of the season?
Yeah, I think the bye week, regardless of where it comes, Jeff, you have to recharge, and I think our guys did that. Obviously, have a 9-game season coming up here after 8 in the book, so have to make sure that they're ready in mind, body, and spirit for the run.
Have a charge going forward for these last 9 games for Dylan? I mean, have you given him sort of some mandates or instructions on what you need to see from him to elevate his game?
I wouldn't put it that way, Mary Kay, other than to say we have a lot of things we need to do better offensively in total, quarterback position, every position, coaching, name it. So those, going back to bye week, you try to study and learn some things and try to make sure that we as coaches are putting our guys in the best position to succeed, and certainly that would count the quarterback as well.
You talked a lot about self-evaluation. Coming out of the bye, what do you think, after evaluating your team, where do you think you guys stand? What did you get out of that?
Well, I think you don't wait till the bye to look at yourself from a scout standpoint. You're constantly doing a self-scout. It does give you an opportunity, though, after 8 games to really look at it from a bunch of different angles, whether it's the personnels you're using, the schemes you're using, more you can go on a deeper dive, if you will. You can go on a deeper dive on what other teams are doing, what teams are doing to you, those type of things. So you learn a lot. I think it's really important, and what the coaches did a nice job with. I think it's important to take all those learnings and then condense them down into some action items, into the big bullet points, if you will, as opposed to trying to account for every single thing you've learned.
You really like the team going into the trade deadline. Outside of the one move yesterday, a lot of the guys that were speculated that could potentially be moved are still here. Do you think that can help inject some life into the team as well, now that has passed and this is the team going forward and they can all focus?
Yeah, I understand the question, Daryl. I don't know how much guys spend time thinking about those type of things. I know it's speculative, and I know there's plenty of news outlets that cover those type of things, and that's what you have to do. But our guys don't spend much time on that. We kind of keep our focus where it is, and so that's the sense I've gotten from the guys.
At the time of the draft, both you and Andrew said Dylan Gabriel that his height didn't show up on college game film. You think it's showing up now? I mean, his inability to get the ball to the receivers.
Yeah, I understand the question, Tony, but I would not characterize it that way. We need to play better as an offense. Certainly, there's areas to improve for a young quarterback, but it's really on all of us to improve.
You got it.
Go ahead.
Kevin, with Tommy obviously now taking over play calling duties, in terms of the game plan, does he get more latitude in terms of, does that change?
Yeah, I do think it's important with a play caller that you have a call sheet of plays that you're really comfortable with. So certainly this week, making sure Tommy's got the quote-unquote final say. I'm letting him kind of put this thing together. Obviously, I'm helping and making my suggestions, but I want him to feel comfortable and confident with what's on that call sheet.
Dylan, how do you think the bye week can help a rookie quarterback, especially coming off what was a difficult game for him?
Yeah, I think the bye week are an opportunity for everybody just to get your breath. Obviously, a young quarterback has had some interesting starts, whether it was international or on the road in some tough places. We have to play better as an offense, and certainly, Dylan is a big part of that, and making improvements coming off the bye is important.
Operationally different when you're not calling the plays?
In some ways, yes, but again, I think it's my job. Like I've told you guys before, I want to try to set people up for success regardless of what their role is. So if Tommy's role is changing a little bit, I need to do my part to help him out.
Would you say that with Tommy coming out of the college ranks recently, might that be beneficial for both of your rookie quarterbacks, knowing that he sort of has that college-y vibe?
I think it's probably a good question to ask Tommy. Mary Kay, I think Tommy's got the right way about him with veterans and young players, but certainly, to your point, when you're in the collegiate game, there's things that are different about the game, so it does help to, as you explain certain concepts or the way defenses play, I do think there's value in that.
Give Tommy final say on plays. Does that mean he'll have final say on whether to go for it on fourth down?
No. More as editor-in-chief. Let me put it that way, when you're putting a game plan together. At the end of the day, I get final say. We all know that. But I wanted to make sure he's comfortable with what as we put the plan together.
Game. Obviously, Quinshawn's been fine, but it seems like it's a struggle with Dylan and even Jerome a little bit. Have you given any thought to Rocket, using him, getting him some carries?
Yeah, we like the guys we have. Obviously, every week you're looking at different pairings that you may have available to you with the inactives, but we like the guys we have. We have to do our job, like I said before, in the schemes and setting our guys up for success.
Right, to stay with a foot. Is he out for the week? Is this a long-term thing?
We'll see how it goes the next couple days. Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, that's Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski at the podium, presented by Vivid Seats. Purchase your official fan experience package today for the ultimate game day. I want to remind you that the new Rumpke Recycling and Resource Center is a one-of-a-kind facility located in Ohio that can process 250,000 tons of material annually from over 50 Ohio counties. Learn more about how you can help keep our communities clean and green by visiting Rumpke.com. And I also want you guys to join us at Huntington Bank Field Sunday, November the 16th, 4:25. It's the Browns and the Ravens for our Salute to Service celebration. We're proudly honoring our military heroes throughout the game, so lock in your seats today at clevelandbrowns.com/Ravens. Hour number 2 of Cleveland Browns Daily. Still to come. We're going to hear from Cedric Tillman. We're going to do a little guess the scores. I'm missing Bo. Hopefully Beamsy's lighting it up right now. We'll hear from Dylan Gabriel as well. That's all coming your way. Hour number 2 here of Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Ballybet on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Welcome back to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Bally Bet, an official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Time now to join a returning member of your Cleveland Browns, Cedric Tillman, smiling because I'm sure it feels good to be back. We're happy to have you back. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Better now, obviously. Ready to go, ready in action. So I'm excited.
I mean, a lot has happened in the last, basically it's 5 weeks because you had the 4 weeks plus the bye week to get back here. Just kind of take us through, what happened in Detroit and kind of the process to get you back here and get you ready today.
Yeah, obviously, unfortunately, kind of got hurt the Lions game, a little hammy issue. I was obviously upset about that. But, 4 or 5 weeks later now, back out there and ready to get them all.
Yeah, we're ready to have you back. Listen, your 2 touchdowns that you had in the first 4 games still tied for the team lead. So, obviously you had some success there, but you only played with Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
And now Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback. Were you able to get some work with him throughout the offseason, and kind of what's that been like? How do you guys get on the same page?
Yeah, me and Dylan kind of already had a little relationship before he got here. So, obviously we had the reps during camp and stuff like that. So, first time playing with Dylan in a game. So I'm excited for it. We're both young players with something to prove. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and for you, it just feels like it's been kind of like this run of bad luck a little bit, right? When you get going, if you think about it, you go back to kind of the 3 games before you got hurt last year. Mm-hmm. You had the touchdowns and all the yards and catches, 2 touchdowns in basically 3 games this year as well.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're on the cusp if you can just kind of string together these final 9 of really kind of asserting yourself?
Yeah, for sure. My focus is on winning, obviously, and I want to help the team do that. So I'm going to do everything I can, promise, do everything I can to stay on the field these last 9 games and be dominant.
How hard has this been mentally?
It's been hard, miss kind of last year with the same thing and come back, this year. And in the beginning, you kind of get nicked up again too. So, I'm just as frustrated, maybe as some of you guys else, but, do everything I can to stay on the field and give them all.
All right, so we mentioned the change. There was a change, obviously, quarterback. You have been playing with Joe Flacco. Now it's going to be Dylan Gabriel. Also a change at the play caller. Tommy Reese is now going to be calling the plays. What changes, if anything, for you guys when the play caller changes?
Really, for me, I guess it's just about executing. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like the play caller, whoever the play calling is, we got to execute as players at the end of the day. So with me, I'm going to just try to lock in on what I need to do and whatever play is called, execute.
Have you seen, just even in Monday or as you're getting ready and going through the walkthroughs, have you seen anything different? You're like, oh, this feels a little bit different with Tommy calling the plays.
Tommy definitely has, and I'm not saying Coach Stefanski doesn't, but, Coach Tommy definitely has his own swagger and stuff like that. So, it's the same routine and stuff, but definitely you can Coach Tommy, he's going to put us in a good position to be successful.
All right, let's just talk about what's it like to get back. I mean, you've been in the locker room. Everybody sees you get you rehabbing and everything, but it's different when you're in the locker room because you're going to go play. Mm-hmm. Has that been something that's just great to kind of get back in there and be like, all right, now you're back with the guys, hanging out. You're on the same schedule as the guys. You're not on the rehab schedule. Mm-hmm. How great's that been?
No, it feels really good. The competitor in me, I hate, watching the games on Sunday, having to see my brothers out there. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like whatever. Now that I'm back, I'm going to give them 110% for my brothers and for the organization.
All right, so you were in the mix. You also got to watch a little bit. Mm-hmm. How do we get this downfield passing game going? I think you're smiling already because that's what everybody's talking about, right? How do we get the ball down the field, get it going vertically? These teams, we have not had a lot of 20-plus yard plays. We haven't had a 40-plus yard pass play yet this year. How do we get that going?
Obviously the political.
If it was that easy to answer, it would
obviously the political answer is, I've been saying to execute, but shoot. Honestly, we just got to throw the ball, and we got to catch the ball as receivers. So quarterback throw it to us, and receiver, we catch the ball, O-line block, and there we go.
So have you been kind of like, when you're kind of out, are you thinking about, man, when I get back out there? Have you been thinking about this game in New York for a while?
Absolutely. I've been thinking about it. Just whoever we play, obviously it's New York, but just when I got back out there, just a hunger that I had in the beginning of the season. And then even I didn't think there could be possibly any more chips on my shoulder, but even the chip on my shoulder now, definitely want to show what we can do as an offense too, but what I can do individually.
Now, and we're taking it one game at a time, one day at a time, one practice at a time, one rep at a time. So you're not looking at, this is me, I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
The second game that you'll be back for is the Ravens at home, which obviously, if you think about last year when you played the Baltimore Ravens at home, that was kind of your coming out party, couple touchdowns, the big walk-off, an emotional one. We're still thinking about Jim Donovan. That was kind of such an emotional game there. Is that one where you think about, man, I'm excited to play that one. Get in front of the home fans again and play that one. And I know your focus. This is me. This is me asking about the Ravens game. He did not bring it up, but this is me asking you about that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, look forward to the Jets and stuff like that. But we're looking forward to the Jets. But the Ravens, they are in rival opponents. So in the back of my mind, not too much. But in the back of my mind, obviously want to get back.
How important is it to get that first catch, get that first hit, like just to get into the flow of the game when you come back? Because one of the things we've talked about is, with the receivers, sometimes it's been a quarter before receivers even get targeted or get the ball in their hands. How important is it for you to get back, feel that contact, and just kind of be like, okay, now I'm just playing football again?
Yeah, I think it's important, but just being out there, kind of getting contact, whether it's a run play or pass play, whatever, I think that will help me out too. So obviously I'm a receiver. I want the ball. But, whenever it comes to me, I'm going to catch it and make some plays.
Is there something to that? Did you play hoops as a young guy?
I played a little bit of hoops, yeah.
Okay, so like when you're a scorer, you want to get the ball in your hands early, see the ball go through the net, and that helps you kind of just naturally get into the rhythm of the game. Is the same thing kind of true with the receiver? Like just get a catch and then like that gets you kind of going?
Yeah, for sure. To a certain extent, obviously as a receiver, it always feels good to, kind of get the ball early on. But, my job is to catch the ball, whenever. Rain, sleet, snow, third, fourth quarter. So I just got to be ready.
Have you taken this time to think about another, since you've get in the end zone quite frequently recently, another touchdown celebration? We thought of anything. Do you have anything you're ready to roll out in New York?
Of course. Of course.
All right.
Of course I do.
So is that part of like the rehab? That's what keeps it light for you?
Yeah, it's obviously, I know it's fun in games, but just try to bring a little excitement to the game. Obviously do my job first. That's what I'm locked in on. But nothing wrong with having a little fun.
Absolutely not. When all you guys put into this game and everything you go through physically and mentally and all of it, when you get into the end zone, which is the ultimate goal, I think you should be able to do whatever you want.
Nah,
as long as it's not crazy.
As long as you're not getting no penalties or
exactly.
fines.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we saw that. I'm sure. Did you guys get that in the meeting already after what Rico Dowdle did? Which he thought was okay.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
Did they make it in the meeting? Like 2 pumps not allowed.
I'm sure Coach will talk about it here soon for sure. He talks about us. He talks about it all the time. So for sure.
I'm sure. Well, Seth, it is great to see you. Welcome back, and excited to see you get out there and help this football team, help this passing game, and as you said, that ultimate goal, get some wins.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, good to have Cedric Tillman back with the Browns, and you can add more fun to your fandom with the Bally Bet Sportsbook app. Download today and get $50 in bonus bets when you place your first wager of $10 or more. Bally Bet, an official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Browns. When we come back, see if we can get back. We didn't have a loss. We had a tie last week. See if we can get back in the win column here. We are 8-0-1. It is time to guess the scores. That's right. We're going to guess the scores with Cleveland Browns Daily Returns, presented by Bally Bet on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Let's go, baby. I appreciate the support. Everybody wants to see it 9-0-1 this week. Let's get there. All right.
Bishop's not here, so I expect you to win.
Browns fans, join us at Huntington Bank
back.
Field. I haven't lost with Bishop here.
It was a tie.
But I've also won with him here.
I think you've only maybe once. I don't know if you have because he's had other obligations.
Yes. No, we had like a couple weeks in a row where we were rolling. Browns fans, join us at Huntington Bank Field Sunday, November 16th at 4:25 as the Browns take on the Baltimore Ravens for our Salute to Service celebration. We're proudly honoring our military heroes throughout the game. Lock in your seats today at browns.com/Ravens. All right, time now to guess the scores. Are you administering this? Give it.
I am, my friend.
All right, here we go.
Away
the magic numbers, we
go.
got 4 teams on bye. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Should have 14 games.
14 games. Magic number is 8. Here we go.
Well, the good news is we start off with Thursday Night Football. I don't know if I'm staying up for this one. Broncos hosting the Raiders. Al, Kirk, and Kaylee. I wonder who Kirk will pick on this week.
We're going to see how my strategy. I'm going to guess only whole numbers. And I think that's going to be helpful here.
All right.
I'm going Broncos minus 10.
Well, that works. Broncos minus 9.5.
There we go.
To Sunday and early football again. By the way, it's like the anniversary of the Berlin Wall coming down. There's a big moment before kick in this one.
Oh wow.
We've got football Sunday morning while we're at MetLife Stadium waiting for our game to begin. Falcons visiting the Colts. Adam Amin on the call. Kurt Warner, go back overseas.
Colts.
I mean, how many times has Kurt Warner got to do this?
He always does
Christina
it. He loves
Pink,
it.
Stacey Dale's going over as well for Falcons and Colts.
Colts minus 7.
Colts minus 6.5.
It's a game changer.
This is going a lot better for you. You
Oh,
may
it's
have
only
figured
2.
out
Let's just relax here.
Segment might become a dud.
Let's
might
relax
be retiring
here.
the segment. Sunday in the 1 o'clock slot. Giants visiting Chicago. Fox, Joe Davis, Greg Olson, Pam Oliver. Giants, Bears. In the 80s, a Titan matchup.
This feels Vegas zone to me. Bears minus 5.
Bears minus 4.5.
Let's go. Ooh, that was a tough one, too. That's a good one.
Yeah, they wanted you to go big on that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go big.
No.
But I liked where
I wanted you to.
No, I know you did. All right.
1 o'clock, Bills visiting the Dolphins. Andrew Catalan, Charles Davis, Jason McCourty, A.J. Ross. Bills at Miami.
Bills minus 10.
Bills minus 9.5.
Let's go. G-Man, where are you? I can't even see him.
I think we're going to retire this segment.
No way. It's a fun segment.
Oh, yeah, it's real fun. It's real fun when you
don't like when I'm doing well. There's first of all, I could.
No.
There's a lot more games to
wait
go.
a minute. Hold on. You don't like over-unders. You'd like to tweak those. Guess who's winning those every week? Me.
I haven't tweaked anything with this.
I know. You're encouraging the tweaking.
Of what?
Over-unders.
Yeah, over-unders need some tweaking.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I'm saying. Ratbirds on the road in Minnesota on Fox. Kevin Kugler, Moose, Allison Williams. Ravens at Vikings.
Ravens minus 6.
First wrong one. Ravens minus 4.5.
All right. Dang it.
Browns, MetLife. Browns and Jets both coming off the bye. Jets, I'm sure, will have a moment for Nick Mangold. It'll probably be an emotional start to this one. Jets, Browns, Spiro Ditas, Adam Archuleta, Aditi Kinkawala.
Browns minus 2.
Browns minus 2.5. Well, you're 5-1 so far.
So far.
G-Man, can you give me... We should look at the Cardinals-Seahawks score. And what was the other one that may have... Oh, the Houston score. During our program, those scores might have updated. Patriots on the road It's a 1 o'clock. Nance Romo Wolfson. Patriots. Buccaneers from Tampa Bay.
Patriots -2.
Tampa Bay -2.5.
What?
Oh.
Haven't the Patriots won like 6 in a row? I know they weren't that impressive against Atlanta, but still.
And I don't know who's playing for Tampa Bay.
Okay.
But Buccaneers favored by 2.5. Next, NFC South. Definitely a candidate for the inmate game of the week. Saints visiting the Panthers. Carolina and New Orleans from Charlotte. Chris Myers, Schlereth, Hale.
Panthers -6.
Panthers -5.5.
G-Man loves it. He's not in there yet, baby. All right, we're at 6. 2 more. Come on.
Okay, no score update. Rounding out the 1 o'clock slate, Jags visiting the Texans. Jaguars, Houston, no C.J. Stroud. Ian Eagle, J.J. Watt, Evan Washburn.
I don't have a feel for at all. Texans -2.
Texans -1.5.
Let's go.
Have you already clinched?
No. 7-2 though.
All right, well, you need one more. To the 4 o'clock slate we go. Seahawks back at home, taking on the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett is your starting quarterback. Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, Melanie Collins, because nothing says 2 NFC teams playing like a CBS late afternoon game.
That would be the Seahawks -7, dog.
And that gets you a win for the week.
Oh, baby. This is his work.
-6.5.
This was, it was given to me. Oh, man. It was one of our listeners.
Thanks for ruining the segment, listener.
Got to see if I can. Hold on. Mentions only. Let's see. Let's see if I can find this. They're like, it's always on a half point. So just go with whole numbers. Because all the times I go half points, it means I have to get it exactly on usually. So this is. It's good. It's good. All right, keep going. Let's see if I find it.
All right. Up next, this one will be a good one. Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi, the Fox A-Team ram it on the road in Santa Clara, California to take on the San Jose Santa Clara 49ers. Rams, Niners.
Rams -3.
Incorrect. Rams -4.5.
Wow.
That's a big
number
big
there.
score there on the road. Yeah, interesting. Rounding out the 4 o'clock slate.
JR. Shout out to JR. Says at Nathan's Agro, this was on 10/29, which was last Wednesday.
JR,
I want to
for
see you
nothing.
succeed, unlike Gibbe. Every line now has a hook on it. Guess even numbers when playing guess scores so you get the hook above and below. If you guess with the hook, you have to be exactly correct to win. You're welcome. He's right, and the proof is in the pudding right now. JR.
We're going to cancel the segment, JR.
JR.
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, JR. Smart. Okay, Lions at Commies.
Lions, Commies. I don't know who's even playing for the Commies. Doesn't
Lions
matter.
-7.
Oh, Lions -8.5.
That's almost an impossible one to get.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, you know the QB's out, but like,
yeah. See, it's 8-4 right now. It's not like it's nuts.
You've already won.
Sorry.
I mean, good job. I don't want to take it away from you, but like, it was over early, kids.
Good, because maybe who knows how I'm going to do on the last 3. I don't have a great feel for these.
Prime time, Sunday Night Football. By the way, they were just on Sunday Night Football 2 weeks ago. Why are you running the Squealers back? Between the Squealers and the Commies, you're going to get a lot of average football to below average.
Yeah.
On national TV. Commies are they on Christmas? I know they're on Thanksgiving.
It's too much.
I think they're on both.
Well, Jaden Daniels it's too much.
Oh, okay. Time to start flexing things out, kids. Steelers on the road in Los Angeles to take on the Chargers.
Feels like Chargers -3, dog.
Yeah, you really don't have a feel for it. -2.5.
JR coming through. I'm not going to hit nearly as many exacts. In fact, I might hit no exacts, but I don't need to.
Maybe we need to tweak the rules.
No, hitting exact is insane, dude.
You have a pretty good feel for these.
Listen, right now
You're a lot wins.
9-4.
Yeah.
All
You're
right.
doing just fine.
Yep.
Monday Night Football, this one worth waiting up for. Eagles on the road, cheese, beer, Packers. Packers hosting the Eagles.
Eagles -2.
Packers -2.5.
What? Oh? All right, 9-5. 9-5.
The
Not
buys,
crazy.
as
That's not
we
a
said.
broken game. That's not indicative of a broken game.
Not yet. Bengals, Cowboys, Titans, and Chiefs all on the bye.
Yeah.
So, well done. Good job, my friend.
Thank you very much, Gibbe. I appreciate your support. Folks, I want you to do this now. You want to be winning? Head to Meijer to scan the Hillshire Farms QR code in the meat department until November 11th for a chance to win a suite for 10 to the Steelers game on December 28th. How about it?
I mean, hey, the weather, not great.
You want to be in
not
a suite.
playing in a dome.
Yeah, you want to be in a suite there.
Yeah. Go sit in a suite.
Yeah, that's the place to be right there.
Yeah.
All right. When we come back, you're going to hear from your quarterback, Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel. Up next here on Cleveland Browns Daily, presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly. And you're listening, of course, to 850 ESPN Cleveland. Oh, baby. The band is back together. Join Ken Carmen and I tomorrow night from 7 to 8 for the Kevin Stefanski Show, live from Razzles in Olmsted Falls. Come out and meet Browns defensive tackle Mike Hall Jr. and register to win autographed merchandise courtesy of our friends at Bud Light.
It's the final Bud Light Coaches Show of the year.
The final one.
Now, we got a couple more Coaches Shows coming up, but it's the final Bud Light one.
Yep, Coach Show every week. We have a couple more remotes.
Couple remotes. Good call.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
That's right. When is the last time that me and Monfrere did a Coaches Show?
Was it when you didn't have a voice or he didn't have a voice?
No, that was me, but at Razzles, actually.
Yeah.
But that was in the middle of it. I think the last time we did, I'm saying what year?
17?
17.
We might have run one back since
I don't remember
then,
one.
I don't. After 17, it kind of trickled down a little bit.
Okay. It sure did. All right, time to go. Yes? Injury report. Yes, Gibbe. What do you have?
From the Browns side of things today, Bitonio with a little rest day. We talked about it. Isaiah Bond, DNP. Remember, Bond got hurt at the end of that Patriots game.
Yeah, with a foot injury.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember him going to the locker room, and he never came back. So something to watch as we come back here from the break. Isaiah McGuire, illness, DNP.
Yep.
Robinson, illness, DNP. It's going around downstairs.
I know. Surrounded by illness.
Yeah, well.
If you're not on the 53 and you're that sick,
you stay home, please.
Please.
Our guy Schlesinger as well, not practicing. Miles Harden with an ankle, limited today.
Okay.
Good news, Campbell, our corner, full. Looks like he's back from his concussion. Shador Sanders, limited. Cedric Tillman, a full participant. On the Jets side of things, my phone keeps turning. Let's see.
The big story on the Jets side of it is
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson was limited, so
Yeah.
that looks like he should be back this week.
Yep. Everybody else a full participant, including Tyrod Taylor, maybe the starting quarterback Sunday.
Yep.
For the Jets. Jets.
All right. There you go. The quarterback who will lead the Browns against the Jets. From the podium, presented by Vivid Seats. Purchase your official fan experience package today for the ultimate game day. Browns quarterback, Dylan Gabriel.
You're down.
Tell us what you think about Kevin turning play calling over to Tommy, and how do you think that might change things up a little bit?
Yeah, I think it hasn't really changed much in terms of day-to-day, just going about our business that way. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good for the guys, and want to get this thing going in the right direction.
And do you think did that show you guys that Kevin is willing to do whatever it takes, even if he had to give up a chore like that, to get you guys rolling?
Yeah, I guess you could say so. I think Coach Stefanski really wants to win, and like you said, he'll do whatever it takes to do that.
Dylan, what you now, Tommy, these past couple months, like, what does he bring as an offensive mind that you think will be a good spark for this offense?
I think he's eager, he's hungry. He's got a lot of knowledge. I've been a fan even from, back in college and seeing what he's been able to do. But I think he just utilizes players at a high level. And but I think with everyone, it's all coming together. It's never one person. Definitely there could be times of inspiration and help in that way. But it's all of us coming together to help each other out. And Coach is a good leader for that.
Dylan, when a receiver is having a season when he drops an inordinate number of balls, like Jerry Jeudy has, how does that, do you hesitate to throw to a receiver who's in kind of a slump like that?
No, you continue to go right back at it. We believe in Jerry, believe in all our guys, and we'll continue to attack that. Plays within a game, they happen, you know what I mean? And you got to continue to work through them, but have ultimate belief in Jerry and all our guys.
Dylan, coming off the bye, do you look at it as a fresh start for the offense, you all the way around?
I think mentality-wise, you kind of come off a bye week trying to improve and look at where you could have been better, what your strengths and weaknesses are, and kind of look at both sides of those. But definitely got to improve, and whether it's a fresh start or just a new week, just keeping it 1 week at a time. That's the mentality, and that's all you got.
Prior to the New England game, Tommy Rees said, we got to make Dylan more comfortable throwing the ball downfield. And then you threw only 8 passes to receivers in New England. So the question is, are you uncomfortable throwing downfield?
No, I think there's just a mixture of things that have to come together to make that happen. That's myself included. But, like we've talked about before, explosives, they got to happen. There's certain categories within a game that you have to win, and explosives and, being really good on first and second downs so that you're in some third and manageables and moving the chains, sustaining drives. So that'll all contribute to that, but no uncomfortability. Like, that's something that, we work on and want to continue to emphasize.
So maybe that's what he was talking about, being comfortable with better first and second down.
Yeah, and just emphasizing that and trying to make those happen by just being fundamentally sound.
Coming off the bye, what was your kind of looking back at the tape and stuff? What was the self-evaluation when you came to the past?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to take in, but good things and things that you can learn from. But there's got to be a change within the process to create a better outcome. And I don't want to stand up here and say the same thing, but it's truth. There's got to be better fundamentals, and I think that's everyone coming together to make that happen. But you look at third downs, you look at those categories, and where you can just sustain drives and help yourself. And then after turnovers, trying to, convert those into points.
The fact that Tommy was recently in the college ranks, you're so young, you're so young. Do you feel like, he can kind of relate to rookie quarterbacks a lot, and he's also a quarterback himself? I mean, do you think that he sort of has that vibe about him to know what some of the concepts are that you'll feel comfortable with?
Yeah, I think it's a mix. It's constant conversation. I think everyone in the QB room's got a good head on their shoulders and knowledge of what it takes to go do it. And I think not only Tommy but everyone in that room definitely helps out his understanding of that.
What has to happen now? You had the bye, you had a chance to maybe take a little bit of a deep breath, step back. What has to happen though to get this offense rolling now?
Yeah, progress, growth, creating chunk plays, but then also just being efficient, and taking the layups and doing that at a high level. So I think when you do that, fundamentally, you'll get, opportunities, go do what you want to do and have positive yards. But, you got to make the layups, and that's what we got to do.
Dylan, obviously just the 2 targets for Jerry in the Patriots game. Kevin's kind of even expressed that he knows you guys got to get him going and get him more than that. Just how much of a priority have you guys made that this week in terms of making sure he's part of the game plan?
Yeah, try to continue to emphasize that. That's something we want to do. Jerry's really good. Want to get the ball into players' hands that are really good and let them go do their thing. So just want to emphasize that. And we did it throughout the year, but, want to put a point of emphasis for sure.
Do you feel like maybe the Jets are a little bit shaken or reeling by their 2 best defensive players having gotten traded away yesterday? What do you think you're heading into?
No, I think they're still a great team. They got a bunch of great players. That's why you're in this league, and they played really well.
What do you think getting set back this week to do for that receiving core and the offense in general? Yeah,
the more the merrier, but also just said I think he's a good threat in multiple ways of our offense. I think in the run and the pass, and I think with anything, Sed's a big part of what we do as well. So having him back will be huge.
Do you feel like having Tommy up in the booth or on the sidelines? I'm not sure where he's going to be yet, but does it matter to you either way? Would you rather have him close by to communicate like that, or?
I think there's great conversation either way, but it's kind of preference of coach, and he'll do what he's got to do.
When there's a change like that made in the middle of the season, is it fair to expect that there will be significant improvement? Kevin gives that up and turns over to Tom. Is it fair to expect that the offense maybe can take off a little bit?
Yeah, I think that's probably motives behind change, but for the most part, I think, like I said, it's not just one person, it's all of us coming together, and there's a lot of areas that we can all be better, including myself, and want to make that happen. So definitely good that we got Coach doing that.
Dylan, in your first 4 starts, was most of the communication that you have on the sideline in between possessions, was that with Coach Musgrave, or do you even communicate with Tommy at all during the game?
We do. We'll do it on the phone, communicate with Coach Muss and Coach Stefanski, and then, throughout that sideline with all positions as well.
How do you personally handle a game like that Patriots one before the bye, where the offense struggles and you personally throw your first 2 interceptions? How do you process that?
Yeah, it's part of it. It's part of the growth. It's something that you're going to look back on and appreciate. But in the moment, you want to play at a certain level, and you try to expedite the process of natural progression, but also there's things that you got to go through to learn and get better from. So things like that will make myself and everyone better, and that's what we look forward to. So,
despite this offensive struggles, veterans like Joel and Wyatt have adamantly been behind you.
Yep.
What have you done personally to, kind of make that happen in terms of, getting them to follow you despite everything, not looking good right now?
Yeah, I think it's the process, it's the work, being prepared. I think that goes to show for vets. That's something I appreciated, even being a vet in college and with young guys coming in prepared and ready to work. So little things like that, but it's also just being yourself and knowing who you are and being confident in that. So that's all I can be, is be myself, create, true relationships, and we all have a common goal to go win games. Like, that doesn't get twisted or be a certain type of offense, but there's got to be growth, and got to make that happen.
There's got to be growth. We got to see this offense be able to push the football down the field. I mean, that was pretty much the tenor of all those questions directed at quarterback Dillon Gabriel, as he's looking to get his second win as the Browns starter here in his 5th game against the New York Jets. All right. We also had maybe a little bit more of a lively press conference, an impromptu press conference from David Njoku, who was subject of trade speculation and was not traded.
So one of the beats went over and just wanted a quote from him. Mm-hmm. And he took that as, I'll come over to the podium. But the podium was already done for the day. So Njoku basically made his own podium, if I'm correct, G-Man, looking over at it. And here's a little sample from that. Cleaned up compliments of Kevin Arnold.
Of course, it's always a possibility. It's the NFL, man. You know what I mean? But I'm in Cleveland, baby. I'm not going nowhere. I ain't leaving. I'm not leaving. Ever.
So you don't want to leave?
No.
Do you think you can work something out that you're here beyond this year?
I hope so, yeah.
Do you know if extension talks have started at all or not?
I can't say.
David, why are you so passionate about Cleveland being here?
You don't see this right here? This is 85 with a Nigerian flag, but it's also the state of Ohio. Yeah, you didn't see that, huh? It's nice, isn't it? I'm so happy, man. I don't know how to put it. I'm so happy. For real, I'm serious. I found out the same way you found out at 4 p.m. yesterday. I'm here. Okay. I ain't leaving.
He's not leaving.
Nope, not going anywhere.
Nope. Wolf of Wall Street, fantastic movie.
You'll hear it tonight on the Browns preview show. Wyatt Teller sat down with Ken, and Wyatt was pretty passionate. He and his family, they've made a home base.
Yep.
And it's here, and he doesn't want to go anywhere. He wants to retire a Brown. He believes this can be turned around. He's seen us win, and he's like, I want to take that baton, and I want to take the leadership role, with whatever happens after the season. I mean, I think we all know, Conklin's contract's up, and I think we can all agree Joel's probably a year-to-year player right now. If Joel, and it's going to be on Joel's terms.
Yep.
So, I think Wyatt's the one guy, if you're looking at the offensive line, that's like, hey, I want to take that leadership, and I want to take that role. And it's a great interview. It'll air tonight around 7:15.
Be sure to take a listen. That's on the Cleveland Browns preview show tonight. Again, tomorrow night, Ken and I will be together again, reunited. And it will feel so good from 7 to 8 for the Kevin Stefanski Show, live from Razzles in Olmsted Falls. I expect to see lots of the Gibbays in attendance.
I got a feeling there will be a gathering.
A Gibby contingent?
I don't know. Maybe there will, maybe they won't. Every time I say that and we go to Razzles, sometimes they don't come. Or they're playing volleyball outside because somehow you're still playing volleyball in November outside.
I think that those times have come, and those times, they are on the way out, my friends. Winter is coming. Gibbe, you saw it. Snow expected Monday.
How about Sunday night trying to get home?
Snow?
Potentially.
It's pitch black out there, Gibbe.
What do you want me to do about it? I'm not the idiot lawmakers that can't turn this around and get rid of this daylight savings stuff.
You got my vote. Yeah, in daylight savings, you got my vote.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
It is that simple.
Yeah, that's what it means. It's that simple. All right. So much more to come as we wrap things up here on a Wednesday edition. First Friday edition of Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. All right, welcome back to Cleveland Browns Daily, presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Be sure to catch the Browns preview show tonight from 7 to 8 on the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns radio network. Browns guard Wyatt Teller, play-by-play voice Andrew Siciliano join Ken Carman and Gerard Cherry to preview the Browns and the Jets.
There you go.
There you go.
We're back.
2 minutes.
Turning the
2
page.
minutes.
Back at work. It's pouring out there. What we call in the business a deluge. That's what's
I
happening.
think that's
outside.
going to happen on Sunday.
Really?
Showers in the morning evolving into a steady rain, according to my weather app. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but At least temps, I think, in the mid to upper 50s.
But Saturday night will be all right.
I think so.
Big night in the city with the lady. Big night. Big night. Big night.
I don't know if I'm going into the city. By the time we load in, do I have time to get over there?
You can always train in.
I mean, it's a 7:30 a.m. bus Sunday morning. Okay, well, you're on a bus at 9:15.
Listen,
Not a
I'm
whole
up
lot
in the
better.
6s now every day. I've got a young child at home.
I don't even know what that means.
What do you mean?
What do you,
1 minute. 1 minute.
the young child's not coming with you.
No, but I'm saying I'm used to being up. I'm not afraid.
All right.
Yeah, you just get in a routine, Gibbs.
Yeah, dude. But I'm saying I'll probably sleep till 8 and it'll feel like luxury.
I'll already be at MetLife at 8.
Not me. Not me. Want to thank Andrew Siciliano for stopping by. Young Gabriel.
Getting you sick.
Dr. J. I switched out the mics.
Maybe.
Because I'm the only one looking out for myself. Want to thank myself for dominating guest lines.
30.
Thank you. And JR for the good tip. JR.
Hey, JR.
People helping
Thanks
people,
for
brother.
nothing. Thanks for ruining a good segment.
No, people helping people. It's a great segment. I think Young Gabriel will say people are saying that it is the best segment. They like my success. 9-0-1.
15.
9-0-1. All right. That'll do it. Cleveland Browns Daily presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly. Thanks for listening to CBD on 850 ESPN Cleveland.